All right, the first one, let's read it together. Quotation. Ready? The exact words used by a writer. So when you see something in quotes, those are the exact words used by a writer. Paraphrase. A restatement of all the ideas. I should hear everyone. Ready? Let's do it again. A restatement of all the ideas in a text using different words. I'm going to quiz you after, so you better be paying attention. Summary. A brief retelling of a text's main ideas using different words. Explicit. A clear and direct statement. Inference. Using, you can read it off the board because this is something we all made up. Using the text, the pictures, and background knowledge to create a statement. And the author's purpose? To describe, to persuade, to inform, and to entertain. All right, Isaac, what does quotation mean? You can't use your notes. Don't look at your notes.
The exact words used by a writer.
Good. Michaela, what does explicit mean? What? It clearly, clear and direct statement. Good. Reese, what's a summary? What's the definition of summary? Calling a friend to help.
Taking the notes and helping notes. Using different parts of the story and taking it.
Yeah. Yep, you're exactly right. A brief retelling of a text's main ideas using different words. Liza, what's paraphrase mean?
It's like, isn't it like taking ideas from the story and putting them in your own words?
Yeah. So it's using like a quotation, but putting it into your own words. Correct. You're right. And we got one more. Max, what's conclude mean? When you answer a question, what are you doing? You're using what? You're using your own knowledge, and you're using what from the text? Yep, and clues from the text, right? So using clues in the text to create your answers for questions from the text. And Lydia, what's inference? What's an inference?
Like using clues from the story and background knowledge and stuff and putting it together.
Yes, you're right. I'm putting it into a statement. And one more, the author's purpose. Everyone should know this one. Bailey. And one more. Describe. But explain works too. All right. I'm going to read this story and then we're going to answer the question, okay? So Anthony loves to play games. His favorite game is chess because it requires a great deal of thought. Anthony also likes to play less demanding board games that are based mostly on luck. He prefers Monopoly because it requires luck and skill. If he's alone, Anthony likes to play action video games as long as they are not too violent. What is the main idea of this paragraph? Okay, so the first A says Anthony dislikes violence. B, Anthony likes to think. C, Anthony enjoys Monopoly. And D, Anthony enjoys playing games. So I know that Anthony may not like violence, but is that what the whole paragraph talks about? No, so we know it's not that one. B, Anthony likes to think. Does it talk about him liking to think? It does talk about it requires a great deal of thought because of chess, but is that what the whole paragraph is talking about? About talking about the game of chess? No. Okay, so C, Anthony enjoys Monopoly. Let's look. It says he prefers Monopoly because it requires luck and skill. But does it talk about other games too? Yes. So we know it's not that one. So let's move on to D. Anthony enjoys playing games. Sound correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we have to use our own knowledge from the passage and think of what the main idea is. And I also have to use my text evidence, right? We know that he's talking about many games, and the first sentence also says Anthony loves to play games. Okay? So that's how we figure out what our main idea is. Okay, so an inference, what we just talked about, it's using the text, the pictures, and background knowledge to create a conclusion or statement. From this passage, I want you to make an inference. Tim and Bobby were hot and sweaty as they sat outside the principal's office. Dirt was smeared on both of their faces, and they could hear their teacher's voice as she told the principal what happened on the playground. Tim sneered at Bobby, and Bob returned the angry glare. What is an inference you can make from this passage? What is an inference you could make? I want you to talk with your partner. What's an inference you can make from the passage? Okay, need your eyes up here, ears up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's one of your inferences? Clay, what's the inference you made with your partner?
That Tim and Bobby were fighting and left the playground.
Perfect. That's an inference I made also. Did anybody have anything different? What'd you have, Seth?
Bobby ate Tim's cookie.
But it doesn't really say anything about eating in here.
Then they got mad.
That's true.
Maybe they got.
Okay, so now that we have our inference, what do we need to do? What's our next step? What's our next step? What have we been practicing yesterday and today? What's our next step? Now we have our inference. What do we need to do? Clay. What? Okay, I'm looking for another word. Cite. We need to cite our textual evidence. Okay, so it says, from this, the reader can make an educated guess, which is an inference, that Bobby and Tim were fighting on the playground. Textual evidence. Specific information from a text used to support an idea about the text. So, this is our textual evidence. It said that they were in the principal's office, so they are obviously in trouble. We don't go to the principal's office for fun, do we? Most of the time. Sometimes we can go talk to them, but we don't always go to the principal's office if we're princess's office. Same difference. And Tom sneered at Bobby, and Bobby returned the angry glares. We know that they're not very happy with each other, right? So, if we infer that Tim and Bobby were fighting, then we must provide textual evidence to support that inference. Okay, I'm going to read this one out loud, and then you and your partner are going to make an inference and then provide textual evidence, okay? By the time I made it home, the sweat was pouring off of me. Can you see? I'm sorry. I was breathing harder than ever. Every part of my body was on fire. I couldn't go inside or everyone would know something was wrong. My right hand was in my coat pocket, still wrapped around the gun. I could smell that it just had been fired, but I wouldn't pull it out again. What's an inference you can make? Talk with your partner. And then provide textual evidence. You sure? The answer is it is. You weren't supposed to see it.
Well, no, you can see it. You can see it.
Yeah, you're supposed to not look at that. Okay. Keep your eyes and ears up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's an inference you made? Reese, that's appropriate.
It was the person in the race was like at the beginning of the race that she
Okay, but how is he feeling? What's the inference you can make? He's running in a race. Okay. Anybody else?
He was feeling nervous because it says in the beginning the sweat was pouring off of me and I was breathing harder than I.
Correct. Very good. Anybody else have another inference?
Eddie was nervous and worried.
Okay, what's the textual evidence to provide that's true?
Because he was worried because he was sweating, and he was nervous kind of because he was just kind of scared.
Okay, good. Okay, let's look at here. Okay, we can infer that Eddie is nervous and worried. Our textual evidence is, by the time I made it home, the sweat was pouring off of me, and I couldn't go inside or everyone would know something was wrong. Good. All right. So today we're going to be reading another passage, article. Okay. Okay. Make sure you're listening. I'm going to read the story to you, and then you're going to have questions to answer, Kenneth, and you have to make statements under each question again. This story is called The Bird's 3 Proverbs. A hunter was checking his snares one day and found that he had caught a small bird. He was about to wring its neck when the bird cried out, "Wait, I am no ordinary bird. I speak 70 languages and I am a fountain of wisdom. Spare my life and I will tell you 3 wise proverbs that will guide you all the rest of your days." "Very well then," said the hunter. "Tell me your proverbs and I will set you free." "Swear to me first," said the bird, "that you will fulfill your promise." "I swear that I will set you free," said the hunter. "Very well," said the bird. "My first lesson is, never regret anything that has happened. My second is, never believe that you are told what you're told if it seems beyond what you all know to be true. And the third, never try to reach something that is unattainable." The hunter, being true to his word, he freed the bird and let it fly away. The bird circled around and settled at the top of the tallest tree. "Fool," he cried out to the man, "you let me go a little knowing that hidden in my stomach is a precious pearl that is the source of all my wisdom." When the hunter heard this, he gently regretted letting the bird go. He started to climb the tree, but he had gotten only part of the way before he fell and broke his leg. "Stupid one," the bird called. "Only minutes ago I taught you 3 wise proverbs, and already you have forgotten them. I told you never to regret anything that has happened, and you regretted letting me go. I told you never to believe anything that is beyond belief, and yet you believe that I have a valuable pearl in my body. I am only a poor bird who must seek my next meal constantly, and I know you never to try to reach the unattainable, and here you have tried to climb a tree after me who can fly, and there you lie with a broken leg. It is of such as you, the king's..." How do you think I should say that? Solomon spoke when he said, "A strong word enters more into a man of understanding than 100 blows into a fool." Okay, so the first question, it says, why did the author write this piece? What do you think? Why do you think the author wrote this piece? To inform, to describe, to entertain, or to persuade? To inform. What is he informing us? What is he informing us about? Okay, in the story, but think about the author. What is he trying to tell us? What is he doing? What's his purpose? Miley?